I used to sit on a committee that banned comics, but now I sell comics. I am an outlier. Hi, my name is Bill Teoh. I am the owner of Comics World, the oldest comic store in Singapore today. We are 28 years old because I started it in August 1987. I was one of the first directly appointed police inspectors in 1952. I was only 19 then. I had already been selected by the Malayan government to be the first teacher to be trained in England, Kirkby College. But when the offer from the police came, I told the Malayan authorities that I didn't want to take on the teacher's job because knowing my character, I could not imagine myself standing in front of a blackboard for the rest of my life. I have never regretted. I liked my job. And from there, I was spotted by officers from the special branch because of my trilingualism, because I was very effectively trilingual in English, Mandarin and Malay. And I remained in special branch, later known as the Internal Security Department. When the government set up a censorship committee headed by Dr. Toh Chin Chye, who was then Deputy Prime Minister, a special branch representative had to be on the committee because the censorship committee dealt with political and religious items. And I was the one. As for the banning of the comics, it was just part of the censorship committee's ruling over certain publication. At that time, it was mainly the X-Men that were in existence, X-Men comics. For a period of time, the comic readers of X-Men couldn't find X-Men comics at all in Singapore. How I switched later on to own a comic store, yeah? That's the irony. When I started the comic shop and we still had to bring every week's shipment to the censorship department. And most of them were my friends whom I knew from my special branch connection. So I used to bring the comics to them for censorship. And there were times I will argue with them and say, hey, come on, man, this is okay. You know, what's wrong with it? And then they say, Mr. Teoh, would you like to see your own rules? You know, so that was the funny part of it. But the irony of it, so I would have to tell the customer, sorry guys, you got to find another way to get this book because it's stuck in a censorship box. Like one customer described, my store is not just a comic store, it has become an institution. It's just not a come and buy and go kind of store. You know. Sometimes it's become a gathering place for like-minded people, where they come and talk comics. You know. Comics as compared to novels, there's a hell of a pleasing experience. So as you flip through the pages, you're looking at beautiful artwork, and it's very pleasing to the eyes. So that's why I say at one time when they introduced digital comics online, I thought, wow, that's going to affect my business. But it hasn't. In fact, it has helped my business because there are people who saw digital comics and they say, hey, so nice, I better go and get the original book. This is a very strange business. Every book has been paid for in advance. So you pay for the book and you can't sell the book, you lose it. It's easy to open, no problem, very easy. But whether you can maintain it, you know, with all the so-called losses. If it doesn't grow any further, it will just be a staple small business. And I will be able to sustain it if the rental doesn't keep on going up. As I said, what is killing the small and medium enterprises nowadays is the high cost of rental. It's a very time-consuming job because comics come every week without fail. So I'm open 7 days a week, I work 7 days a week. For example, the comics came on Wednesday. So I unpack in the morning, by 1 o'clock I'm ready to sell. By 4 o'clock, I'm already getting the next week's list of books. You must have passion for comics. If you're just opening to try and make money like a business, I don't think you ever succeed. It's not like selling clothes or selling shoes. You got to be passionate about your product.
Many architects design new buildings. I design specifically for your health and well-being. I am a healthcare designer. I am an outlier.